Hello and welcome back to Cricket Analysis by CNE. And you might be wondering why I am starting the video today, but because today's video is a very special video after the ODI series win, and what we witnessed in the ODI series was really a performance that really touched my heart, and I feel blessed to witness that performance even at this point of my life. But yes, I cannot do this more, and I am giving the mantle to Agni now. So, Agni, please continue.
Good evening, Proneet. Welcome back to Cricket Analysis by CNE. Of course, this is a momentous occasion in Indian cricket history when you see Proneet smiling and seeing that Gambhir is in the same lineup still and hasn't been sacked yet. So, Proneet, how do you wonder Proneet is smiling even though Gambhir is still there? Well, you need a momentous performance by Virat Kohli himself, seeing the 2016 form coming back with two back-to-back centuries and on 50 not out. What a performance, Proneet. This is literally a carry job. This brings me to 2016-17, where Kohli used to completely carry the team and get the team towards victory. With the trashest of bowling performances, with the trashest of middle order performances, you see that Kohli is just taking the whole bundle of weight in front of him and just carrying the team across the line. Whoa, what a series, by the way. And of course, we have our share of criticisms towards the ODI lineup we have in this series. And as we have mentioned in the objectives, as we have mentioned in the objectives of the Indian season, if you haven't checked the video, please check the video out. We have mentioned that this ODI we need some settlement in the squad, and we haven't seen that yet. So it calls for a big change where we want to see the Indian lineup having a bit of a settlement in suppose the ODI setup, and that is what we need in the New Zealand series coming up. But before that, let's completely overview what happened in the SA series. Proneet, key takeaways from the series and what went wrong for India and what went right.
Okay, so what went right for India was their batting. Even though did not have their captain and vice captain right now, Shubman Gill and Shreyas Iyer, Jaiswal and Ruturaj Gaikwad, their replacements ended the series with 100 each. And of course, it was the Virat Kohli Rohit Sharma show in the series that did the carry job. Well, apart from the batting, the problems lied in the middle order and the bowling mostly. um, I, I don't know. I don't want to go into criticizing the bowling right now, but yeah, we really did made the South Africans grovel in the ODI series. Um,
Especially in the
yeah.
last match, by the way.
So
It was a complete
yeah,
hate watch on South Africa, seeing them absolutely distort with what to do when Kohli is playing those sensual shots down the ground. Oh, what shots were there? It, it was
man.
it was
Oh man.
goosebumps, really. It was goosebumps. It was goosebumps on to my eyes.
Now,
And uh,
uh, I was really feeling things that are really inappropriate to say right now. So
coming back to point, this is a very good sign for Indian cricket, because what takeaway we want to see in this ODI series that we wanted to see is how Rohit Sharma and Virat Kohli are doing. And clearly they're doing just fine. There's literally no discussion to have among them as to what their form is, because it's right in front of you. The numbers are in front of you. Their average is scintillating high above 100. Every game almost they're scoring a 50, and with sheer style and arrogance. Complete domination they are playing. You can't get them out. They don't look like they want to get out. And that is something that is really positive for India. Because if Rohit Sharma and Virat Kohli get going, it's hard to stop them. And this form is literally helping them. But the question comes, is the rest of the team doing good? Is the rest of the team doing any effort at all to replicate the performances? Did we deserve to win just 2-1, or was it a 3-0 victory that was necessary? That is a question mark. And before that, let's go on to the curious case of Washington Sundar. Proneet, you see Washington Sundar being completely shuffled around the batting lineup in Test cricket, right? We have seen that with KL Rahul before. It's happening with Washington Sundar. Now we see him batting suddenly at number 5 in the ODI setup. Akshar Patel is nowhere to be seen suddenly. Even without a very bad performance, by the way, Akshar Patel has been decent. I'm not saying the best. His average is around 30, 40. but he has been decent. In the case of the missing of Hardik Pandya, he has filled in well. Where is he now? And how did Washington Sundar come about again to this setup as a five down batter? Is this too much of a weight on him, Proneet, as to what we can see by the Gambhir management putting a humongous amount of responsibility among his side?
I really feel these specifications and these specific all format players need to change, because we have seen players like Jadeja, Ashwin. They have played all the three formats together, so there have been a lot of series like that. So I feel Washington Sundar suddenly, you make him play in two test matches and four innings that he batted. In all those four innings, he batted in four different positions. Now you suddenly bring him into the ODI side. He was nowhere near the ODI side. Suddenly he plays in the ODI series and in place of Akshar Patel. Okay, understandable that you don't have Akshar Patel, you don't have Hardik Pandya. First of all, I don't understand why there is no Akshar Patel in the side. Second of all, okay, if there is no Akshar Patel, you want him to play the whole T20I series, then Washington Sundar comes in, but suddenly comes in as a number five batter. Is KL Rahul? What are you trying to do with KL Rahul? I am not able to understand. And putting that kind of a burden on Washington Sundar, and if he is unable to perform, all the pressure, all the criticism goes towards him. So it is you who is putting the pressure on Washington Sundar. And Washington Sundar is a very capable batter, is a very good batter, but I feel his batting needs to be managed in a much better manner, and he needs a certain position in the side. And if he comes in as a replacement, he should play in the position of like a seventh batsman, a seven, at least 7-8, something like that. He 6-7-8, something like that. He should bat there. Mainly, KL Rahul has such a great average at number five, and he has been the most successful batsman for India in the number five position in the last 5 years. And his personal best has also been in that position. So why not play KL Rahul at number five and play Washington Sundar at six or seven? So I'm unable to understand what the management is trying to do with Washington Sundar, and why is Akshar Patel not playing? First of all, um, and if you're looking for the longer run, you need both Akshar Patel and Hardik Pandya. If you need them, both of them in the lineup, then there is no space for Washington Sundar in the lineup. Then I am still unable to understand what the management is trying to do here.
It would make sense to know that suppose Akshar Patel is a genuine replacement to Ravindra Jadeja. After Ravindra Jadeja retires, as we know, he doesn't have a long career ahead of him yet. Because I think after 2027 World Cup, Jadeja will cease to play ODI cricket, as he's too old to play ODI cricket at that point of time in 2027. So Akshar Patel could slot right in there. So that is a complete slot in. So him playing at number five is a replacement for Hardik Pandya and to test him out as to how he plays. That is one of the main logics I've seen with Akshar Patel coming into the ODI lineup. Very logical, very understandable. What's with Washington Sundar coming up? We don't see Washington Sundar playing, seeing him in the big skin of things, playing in the lineup. In the 5, 6, 7 down, we see Hardik Pandya, Ravindra Jadeja. At max, we see a Washington Sundar coming if we need an extra spinner in the 11 and some batting depth, suppose in dry conditions completely. That is, I think, the only time it makes sense to play him. Suppose drop a pacer and get another extra spinner in with Kuldeep Yadav, so you have three spinners coming forward. That is the only logic I can see. Why is he playing at number five suddenly, and why Akshar Patel is missing out? I have no idea. It's a big. I think this is a big problem of Gautam Gambhir that is present, because we see that the test shuffling is slowly creeping into the ODI shuffling as well. Until Hardik Pandya is fit enough to play the longer format, you need to have a backup ready, because Hardik Pandya is injury prone. As we can see, he cannot play the longer format right now. So he's injury prone. So you need a backup for him. And you need, suppose Shivam Dube is there in T20 cricket to back him up when if the team needs Shivam Dube. But what do you do of someone like Hardik Pandya in the ODI setup? You need a backup who will do well. And if you put Washington Sundar in such a position, it's really unfair on a man. It like the kind of performance we have seen is not like him at all. He couldn't hit the ball properly only. And to see him like that at number five, it's really disheartening. And maybe it could have been one of the reasons why we lost the second ODI as well. So that is a big question. So again, before Hardik Pandya comes, you need to fix an ODI side, right? And that is quite important. And you need to do that soon enough because we don't have a lot of ODIs left before the 2027 World Cup. Agreed. You're focusing on the 2026 World Cup. Agreed. Completely agreed. But you need to still get the ODI team running. You have to keep the engine running as well. You can't really stop it by replacement bowlers who are not doing well, and then you're shuffling the lineup as well at to number five, where suppose someone like KL Rahul deserves to play a longer innings. So something like that. That is a big question mark. And if you don't fix that, India could land in the same hands of problems in the Test cricket lineup as we have seen, as well as in the ODI lineup. So that is there. And Proneet, your criticism on Gambhir rises with every second as you see. I can see the anger in your eyes. I can see the whole grimace in your eyes whenever I mention Gambhir in the off video titles. But yeah, I mean, come on, Gambhir, get some sense because these are small things. We are basically 18 to 19-year-olds getting this up in our thoughts. Can't someone who is an experienced campaigner, a cricketer, professional cricketer, get this up in his head? What's going on? Is it something bigger in the process? We don't know. But in detail, we have talked about in the test downfall video that has been posted. Please have a look at that as well as we get further into what could have been a problem for India. Going forward, Proneet, the bowling lineup. Talk us through that. This we have seen some very expensive spells this ODI series.
Bowling lineup. I really hate to talk about it right now, but I'm just irritated. I just feel irritated every single time I see a squad being announced for a series right now because the bowling lineup, it just doesn't make sense, man. Because we see Harshit Rana, Prasidh Krishna, and who was there? Who was the other bowler?
Arshdeep Singh.
Did we have
Arshdeep Singh.
only Arshdeep Singh? Arshdeep Singh. The only person that makes sense in the whole squad in the bowling lineup are Arshdeep Singh and Kuldeep Yadav. These are the two names that make sense in that lineup. You are not even making Washington Sundar bowl properly. So these are the
First of
only
all, he's
two
a pure
players that
batter
make
now.
sense. Yeah, exactly. How are you trying to nurture him? That is only not fixed. I don't know what they are trying to do with Washington Sundar, but okay, let's move on to the to criticisms of bowling because I will love to do that right now. Harshit Rana, my favorite person right now,
It's
and
a.
Prasidh
I
Krishna.
think the two most people we have talked about in the entire in the CNE history is Harshit Rana and Gautam Gambhir. What's the case with these two? But see, continue with the point because this is crazy. We are talking about in every single video right now.
Man, every single see the only way we can avoid Gautam Gambhir and Harshit Rana is by talking about something like ashes or ashes or
Are you sure about that?
coming back to the point, Harshit Rana and Prasidh Krishna, Mohammad Siraj was removed because of workload management. Workload manage. He is not even in the T20I series. What kind of a workload management are you trying to do here? Two test matches and his workload is excessive high. What is this? Please beep this. I don't know what is going on right now, but uh, Mohammad Siraj is playing four Syed Mushtaq Ali matches, 3-4 Syed Mushtaq Ali matches. He's playing. He is inviting Mohammad Shami and the Bengal team for dinner in Kolkata. He's going to Kolkata to host dinners. What are you trying to do? With Mohammad Siraj being empty-handed being left empty-handed in his house. I am not able to understand. Mohammad Shami, for how long are you going to monitor his progress? I don't understand. Are you blind? You cannot see the progress.
What what, what progress are
I
you monitoring?
he's getting 4 fours, 5 fours for fun. What more do you need from Mohammad Shami? It's high time, man. Because if you look at our previous 2, 3, 4 World Cup campaigns, when if we look at any of our World Cup campaigns, our only problem has been a bit in the middle order. That has only been our problem. But in the 2023 World Cup, it was even that problem was solved. And right now we have a year and a half remaining for the 2027 World Cup. and we don't even have a proper bowling lineup prepared. We are ignoring Mohammad Shami, we are ignoring Mohammad Siraj, and Jasprit Bumrah has not played a single ODI since 19th November 2023. These three
Who
bowlers
was
are
he?
not even. अरे यार उस पे मत जाओ अभी. Bowlers, our mainstream bowlers are not playing a single match. And Arshdeep Singh, our main bowling lineup should be Mohammad Shami, Mohammad Siraj, Jasprit Bumrah, and Arshdeep Singh. And who is playing matches? Only Arshdeep Singh, along with the company of the great Harshit Rana and the great Prasidh Krishna. I don't know what Gautam Gambhir sees in them, man. At least, even it would have made sense, even if you have picked up strong bowlers from the domestic setup, from Vijay Hazare, successful bowlers from Vijay Hazare, successful bowlers from Syed Mushtaq Ali, successful bowlers from Ranji Trophy. You are picking none of them. You're picking your own.
Nah, see, the only place where Harshitana could play as a backup is in ODI cricket, to be very fair to him. He has been amongst the wickets and he has been the highest wicket taker for ODI and for India in the past years. So you have to give it to him in that phase. But he's again a bit expensive. KL himself said that he's good in power plays, and I agree. He's very good at power plays. He's been doing a very good maintaining job in the power play. But when it comes to the middle overs and death overs, he's expensive, and that is a problem. You can't afford to have a liability like that in the 11. And for Prasidh Krishna, I mean, there's no words from him really. I mean, barring that effort, I can say barring that effort in the last ODI where he really changed the game, that was very commendable. Despite he had a lot of pressure on him, he got hit for 30 runs in the first 3 overs. Talking about an ODI match, by the way. ODI match, by the way. 30 runs in 3 overs. And then you go on to, but then he went on to have a very good spell in the last ODI and had a string of good balls to get wickets. So that was nice. But other than that, that really is a that should be enough to have a coffin on his head in the ODI setup. Really, come on. Uh, he's one of the
Prasidh
big reasons
Krishna,
why.
Prasidh Krishna, sorry to cut you off, but
Yeah,
Prasidh Krishna won the purple cap in IPL and he is playing all the other formats except the T20I format.
yeah. Come on, like get Jasprit Bumrah back. If you can't, okay, Bumrah is understandable. He's very injury prone. Get Siraj back. Get Shami back. What are they doing, boss? I mean, come on, respect our domestic players a bit. So that is a big question mark there. But yes, we are all done with criticisms now. Proneet, so you can cool down a bit as we go to the happy parts now. It's a good happy part. We'll talk about Virat Kohli and Rohit Sharma and the middle order with Ruturaj Gaikwad and Yashasvi Jaiswal. Let's talk about them, right? Okay, so Proneet, here's how we are going to go about this. Clearly, Virat Kohli is your topic completely. Okay, I'm going to give the whole bench to you about Virat Kohli. I'm going to talk about Rohit Sharma, and we're going to discuss all in all as to what has caused this hike in their great form, in their best form possible in ODI cricket, and how this could be a big boost for India coming to the ODI World Cup 2027. And also talking about Yashasvi Jaiswal, Ruturaj Gaikwad, the likes, as to what are the positives for India this series. Start off, Proneet. Go off. Virat Kohli. What is he? Is he a human?
भाई साहब कुछ ज्यादा नहीं हो गया ये मतलब कुछ भी
Well, Virat Kohli, 302 runs with an average of 151, two centuries, one half century. This has been the performance in this three-match ODI series. Well, runs कम पड़ गए वरना एक और सेंचुरी कंफर्म थी. But
Prasidh Krishna, damn you.
और क्या ही
Damn you,
कर
Prasidh
सकते हैं.
Krishna. You could have been in the next
When
67
you when you
overs.
expect when you expect Prasidh Krishna to give away a few runs, he betrays you now. So
Yeah,
well,
but
yeah. Well, Virat Kohli, exceptional performance. A lot of signs, a lot of changes has occurred in him, because if you look at his performance in the past ODI series in Australia, a lot of things has changed. He has changed a lot of his techniques, especially the problem of his offside issue. Ever since his test retirement, he did not play a single test after the PGT. He went directly into the Champions Trophy, and after that into this Australian tour. In Australia, we saw he had his outside off problems, but he changed his problems. He changed his technique, and those resulted in these excellent knocks. And I love these knocks and this newborn aggression in him. Uh, this one format player, man, why is he showing so much aggression? Why is he showing so much aggression, man?
Aggressor.
He's
Yes,
just a one
aggressor.
format player. Aggression. So yeah, aggression. So yeah, loving this performance, and I want to talk a lot, but yeah, I want to say, Anushka bhabhi, aaj aap hat jao. और
Now we're going to talk about Rohit Sharma. Yes, Virat Kohli, Rohit Sharma are two proficient batters, and this is something that is really a good sign for India because you have seen that if they get going, it's hard for them to get out, and it's so good to see that they are performing so well. I feel like this one format that they're playing, the break that they have gotten was well deserved in one point. It served them well. I want to say that they have gotten enough rest and they have enough concentration in the one format and they've been preparing hard. They have been working so hard behind the scenes. We have no idea as to how hard a professional cricketer works behind the scenes. Whatever we see is matches and their runs there, but the amount of practice and drills that they go through, especially when you're playing only one format, you're competing with high class bowlers and you're playing only one format, three international matches per month. That is the only bit of cricket you're getting. That means you need a lot of hard work beneath your belt. And that is something that is really special about them. And that shows why they are such brilliant stalwarts in cricket history. And we have seen that again in the ODI series, which is wonderful to see. And I was very amused and it was something that was very close to my heart to see Rohit Sharma and Virat Kohli having these kind of partnerships. I'm very happy to see that, especially under Gautam Gambhir. And I'm seeing so many memes about Kohli and Rohit doing this to make Gautam Gambhir jealous. Don't know about if Gambhir is jealous or not, but definitely it provides a good resting point where Gautam Gambhir can be rest assured that Virat Kohli and Rohit Sharma are to be there in the ODI World Cup 2027. At least this series gives them that kind of boost. But in the future sense, Rohit Sharma and Virat Kohli are two very sensual cricketers that we all love, and they are at their best form, and that's all we expect from them, really. But yeah, continuing to the next topic, we have South Africa actually. South Africa as a side. Well, this is a topic that I brought up really because Proneet hasn't specifically told me about South Africa's problem. We have seen South Africa beat India 2-0 in the test series, having a very stable side. They are always playing with an identical 11, and they have a very solid side coming forward to the South African coming to the South African test point of view. There's a complete opposite. It's like the other side of a coin when it comes to ODI cricket. South Africa, if you know the stats, Tony, South Africa have tried out 40 players in this calendar year in the ODI setup. 40 players. That means 3 11s could be created out of them. It's like they have their own Gambhir in the South Africa ODI setup. Shukri Conrad turns to a Gambhir kind of situation where they have 40 players playing, all of them playing like 1 2 matches or something like that. We've seen about 3 changes in average in every match of the ODI setup by South Africa. And that's how they've ended up in this situation. In every ODI setup, in every ODI match that we have seen, South Africa were at the back foot for some reason. Centurion, Aiden Markram, second ODI. One of the big reasons why South Africa won the second ODI. Aiden Markram got demoted to 3 down from an opener point of view. What? How? How does that make sense? How does that make sense? A
even
century.
in the series, even even in this series, South Africa went with in 3 matches. South Africa went with three different opening combinations.
Yeah, I mean, QDK is an opener himself. Why play him at 1 down? And Ryan Rickerton should not be in the 11 yet if QDK is playing. Play QDK and Aiden Markram, 1 down Themba Bavuma, 2 down Tony Rose and goes on. Simple as that. What are you doing with the ODI lineup? If they're completely trying to make an adjustment, this is not the way to do so. The Indian fans have seen this enough, and we know that very well that this chop and changing won't work. We have seen that in the test cricket lineup, we have seen that in the ODI lineup, this won't
Chopping
work.
and changing.
So this culture, I don't know if Gautam Gambhir has given some points to Shukri Conrad, but this is not the way to play cricket. And this was I have to admit this was some very average cricket by South Africa this series, I must say, because there have been situations where South Africa could take opportunities, but they couldn't because of so many factors involved. And this could have been a more competitive series, in my opinion. All 3 matches could have been even be closer fought if both sides had better things to do, better things to prove them, and had a very stable lineup. So South Africa had a better ODI side than this. I didn't expect it to be like this, where they play 40 players in a span of one calendar year, and that's a lot of players in my opinion. That's too much, too many players. At max 20 players. India have themselves tried out 17 players, have played 17 players in this calendar of ODI year, in ODI calendar year. I beg your pardon, but that is acceptable still. I mean, if the whole pace lineup is absent, then you get 3, 4 more backup options. But 40 players, that's too much. That is what my big problem with South Africa is at the moment. And if they don't fix that soon, which they can very easily, if they don't fix that soon, that is big alarm bells for South Africa coming into their road to ODI World Cup 2027. But this was the ODI series between South Africa and India. A lot of topics talked about, and Proneet almost losing his mind over Virat Kohli and Rohit Sharma. I had to neuter him for some time, but yeah, I think this was a good series played out. But what in their later series is coming forward, especially in the India's point of view, I think
You
this could.
you forgot about Jaiswal and Ruturaj.
Proneet, talk us through Jaiswal and Ruturaj, please.
यहाँ भी प्लेइंग 11 में जगह नहीं मिली.
CNE की वीडियो में भी जगह नहीं मिला था. I completely forgot about them, but please continue.
Before the video only, before recording the video only, we were talking about that we need to talk about them as well, but
Yeah,
we both
I
forgot about that.
the Virat Kohli and Rohit Sharma hangover is real, guys. Please take care of yourselves. But continue, no, Proneet. Please talk about Ruturaj Gaikwad and Jaiswal. I think that's a very important point to talk about.
Yes, Jaiswal, first of all, Jaiswal, as we have seen, he has played 4 ODI matches till now in this, including this series. So total of 4 matches in his career. And in all the 4 matches, we have seen that he has got to good starts. He has got to the 20s, 30s. He has got to those kind of scores, but he was unable to convert those scores. So in the third ODI, what he did was he waited for his opportunity. And I would say that he played a kind of a Virat Kohli's or a Rohit Sharma's knock, because whenever we have seen that Rohit Sharma, Virat Kohli, or any great batsman struggle, a Hashim Amla or any big name you talk about, whenever they struggle or whenever they fail to find their form, they play a very mature innings, and that looks like they are struggling, but basically they are taking their time out there. The more time they spend on the pitch, the better they would play. So that's what Jaiswal did. He was there on the pitch for longer time, and that this is a huge skill, or this is a huge capability in a batsman, that even though the batsman is struggling, he is still there in the crease. He's still making those runs. So this is a huge plus point for the Indian team from a future perspective in Jaiswal. He was there. He scored his 50 of 75 balls, 75 or 80 balls. And then he suddenly went to 100 of 110 balls or 109 balls. So he accelerated as well after his 50. So it was a really good performance from Jaiswal in the last ODI. So Jaiswal has almost fixed his place as a replacement opener, I would say. Looking forward to the 2027 World Cup only. He should be our third opener in the 15-member squad, as we all can expect that from Yashasvi Jaiswal. And
All we can
Ruturaj
expect from
Gaikwad.
Gambhir.
Oh my God, what a name! अरे यार गंभीर मत please यार, don't spoil my mood when I'm talking about two good talents.
Hi, please continue.
So so yeah, Ruturaj Gaikwad, his knock was really a treat to watch. It was a he was playing his seventh match, sixth or seventh, eighth match, and Virat Kohli was playing his 308th match in ODI. So the difference there. Ruturaj matched Virat Kohli in that innings, in that partnership of 195 runs. He matched Virat Kohli from shot to shot. So that was really a very high class innings from Ruturaj Gaikwad, and his capability to adjust to the surroundings, to the pressure, to the pitch, to the situations was really good. And in that match, Rohit Sharma and Yashasvi Jaiswal both were dismissed cheaply. Rohit Sharma was gone for 14 and Jaiswal scored some 30 or some 20 or 30 something. So Jaiswal, Ruturaj Gaikwad from there onwards stitched a huge partnership with Virat Kohli, and that capability he has also earned his place in the team, and I think he has also fixed his position in a 15-member squad in the future. So I feel we should not experiment anymore in the batting lineup, because we have had enough experiments and we now have even fixed replacements for our players. So I don't think so there is any more need of experiments, especially in the top 6 or top 7. Even in the bowling lineup, yaar, please chhod do. And that is my only take on Ruturaj Gaikwad and Yashasvi Jaiswal.
Yeah, good point, Proneet. In this ODI setup, people forget how long the ODI format is. It's a whole day where they play against each other, and therefore you have the right and the time to play yourself into the pitch. When you're struggling, you have time to maintain, absorb pressure, and then come into your own gears when you're adjusted to the pitch and when weaker bowlers come. And that's what exactly Jaiswal did. It's one of the other beauties of ODI cricket where you can see they are playing with time and pressure, and Jaiswal's innings was one of the innings. Maybe there was communication from the dressing room saying that, okay, take your time. You don't have to do anything. Rohit Sharma is playing those shots. He's in good form. You take your time, dig yourself in, and then score the big runs. And that's what Jaiswal did. And that's how South Africa had no chance to make indoors in the middle order itself. So that was one of the big reasons why. And Gaikwad, well, Proneet really said it well. It was a constructed innings, just like Kohli's. It was a match to match innings. As Kohli plays his innings, Gaikwad played exactly that. So that's a good. He could be a very good replacement coming into for Kohli, and he has done his part in the domestic setup to deserve a spot in the ODI setup, and he can be a very good replacement in the future for Virat Kohli. That is what we expect. So that's what we have to say about the ODI series. And to conclude, this is what the roadmap for the ODI World Cup for 2027 will be as well. We'll cover the series again, maybe in 2027, talking about how this series was prevalent, because it's still the road to the World Cup. And yeah, let's see what happens, Tony. But till then, please stay tuned for more CNE videos upcoming. And thank you, Tony, for joining me. And we'll see together again soon. But till then, bye bye, everyone.